Hello, everybody, and welcome to our final match of the group stage of paddling pool number 209. We have Sorti versus Papaya. I'm not going to try to pronounce her first
Did
name
you say
because
part five?
I said, what do you mean part? I said Papaya.
I heard part five. I don't know why I heard part five.
I can't pronounce French names, so I'm calling them Sorti. I'm sorry.
No, you're
Versus
fine.
Papaya. And we are starting off with, that's not the right maps. We're starting with Rainmaker Undertow, which Undertow is Undertow is a very charger heavy map, so we might even see a few chargers coming out on
You mean
this.
you can? It really, honestly, it just depends. Like for mid, obviously, charge is like really good, but once you get to like that right side, well, the left side, if you're the pushing team, the right side, you're the defending team. That's when charger becomes kind of obsolete because it's like can't really do much there. But it can still do work there if you can just prop on this grace if it doesn't get pressured. But yeah, no. So this is another like really strong team. Like, well, paddling pools always feel a really strong team. You see like the best of the best come in here. You got Kiwi, you got Polk. You see Polk. Like these teams are all good. These teams are like really strong.
And going right into first match, this is going to be a very interesting set to watch.
I want to
And
see.
no, it doesn't look like Undertow. We're gonna have to get that fixed. But going right into Rainmaker Undertow to start off the set. As I said it, we see a charger.
Maybe we do see the regular splatter scope. I've never thought we'll see that because the Z plus F is better, which has a way better kit. But maybe that vacuum holds some value there. Could probably use a little bit more. We see the double crab come out with that splatter shot on the side of Sorti interface. So they're sticking to what was the prior meta, what it was, sticking with the double crab tank. So hopefully they don't go ball forming that way. They have to deal with that end lag. But one does go down on each side of Sorti interface. Papaya running that 52 Machine Junior with Stamper comp, which is also a very strong comp in its own right, but 3 go down on each side of Papaya.
And that's going to be huge to start off this push. And now they're just going to be pushing in there, trying to get whatever they can covered. Sorti just staying strong here, but Papaya still has a chance to move in here, but Luke getting taken out. Trying to just run in there, but the Junior able to just try to poke them out there. Here comes the Booyah Bomb, throwing it right at the Rainmaker before it's being moved forward, but the Junior goes down there, and Machine takes them out. But it looks like they didn't get through the checkpoint.
They were halfway through that animation, but just couldn't put the Rainmaker down. And so, unfortunately, they did not get that checkpoint. So, basically, no damage really done, honestly, in my opinion, for the side of Papaya able to hold on there. But this Charger is doing damage to them. Going to have that vacuum at the ready. Going to look to pop that real soon, maybe. But the Rainmaker does get reset, so they are able to force the pop up down the mid. But the splashes and that shot are taking fights very well, getting rid of that Junior and the Machine. And they will be able to push the Rainmaker to the right side. Here goes the flank, but ultimately we'll be able to shut that down. And they're all making their way to that first checkpoint. Will they zip cast here and try to check it out here? No, they won't. So this first checkpoint will be falling for inside of Sorti in phase.
And now that they're just able to push in there, the Zipcaster coming in there, trying to get whatever picks they can, but they aren't going to be able to get much there. And the Booyah Bomb coming in there, trying to block them off. But Sorti just keeping up this push, doing whatever they can there. There comes the back, but the splash going down there. The Stamper trying to get rid of whatever they can here, but the Rainmaker resetting down into a 2v2 now. And we do see a little bit of a fight there. Barely the T-Tech's going to get taken out there. And Papaya, they need to get these picks there, and boom! There is a double, and that's going to be huge there to start the push. No, the Charger takes out the Gal. That's going to be big, but they do have the Rainmaker, and they do have a chance to grab it. We do see the Charger backing up. As you can see, they're pushing on the right side. The Booyah Bomb comes in. That's going to be blocking off the Charger, and they are able to get through that checkpoint before being taken out there. And with 3 down on the side of Papaya, it looks like Sorti is able to keep up the push, and the Rainmaker is still in their grabs.
I mean, I think it's worth mentioning they do have that 1-point lead, but all the teams really have to do is get to that left side and just kind of run it. Each team can get a little bit more points onto the board. That splash light is going down. It's going to halt progress as well as the Rainmaker. So that crab tick is kind of a sitting duck right there. It's going to get pushed by that Stamper and ultimately will fall as well. But so the splash is almost left alive with that crab tick ready. It's going to back up here with that. Both teams are playing very solid defense. We haven't seen much offensive pressure. Actually, we've seen a lot of offensive pressure, but both teams are playing defense so well that it doesn't seem to matter. This shot is going to get pushed out here. After you're looking to probably back out and get the Trizuka ready. But when the splash is going out, it's going to take out one of the crashes. But that vacuum is going to stall any type of pressure y'all going to throw at him. It's going to get a complete wipe. So now Sorti and FaZe can run it over to the left or right side, whichever side they choose, and put a little more points on that board.
And now that they're able to get that Rainmaker into their grasp, this is a chance for Sorti to really start to get points on the board. They have that Rainmaker, and there goes the Whale, trying to get whatever picks up they can. And now they're just hanging on there, making sure that they can stall enough time as possible. There goes the Stamper now. This is going to be huge here. Busy Bombs trying to take out the Rainmaker, but it's not enough. 2 down on the side of Papaya, and Sorti is now pushing up. But now that one goes down, this is going to be hard. There comes that Booyah Bomb. That's going to throw them off a lot, and that's going to force the Rainmaker back up. And Sorti, they need to just find some kind of opening to push.
They ultimately was very patient there, maybe a little bit too patient, but what can I say? That Booyah Bomb did halt their progress, so a good job there, but it's a Papaya with that 1 point deficit. Luke trying to get something going here, but it's going to get met by both other splashes, and we'll get shut down there. Ultimately going to trade the machine back, and in order to go in this game, they can opt here to either go for more points or play a little bit more defensive, but it seems they're going to take the aggressive route and go left and try to get more points on the board, where right now, which they will exactly do. We're going two down there. It's going to get it all the way down 225, which is a basically game securing lead at this point in the game, Matt.
And with 20 seconds left, Sorti able to push so far into Papaya's base. It's going to really be hard for them to come back from. And they still have that chance here, but with the double splash T-Tech combo, it is, I mean, not T-Tech, normal splash combo, this could be game for them. Stamper trying to get whatever picks up they can, but it's just not enough. With the Charger trying to take out whoever they can here, we do see the machine trying to push up farther than the Rainmaker, trying to get whatever picks that they can. But if Sorti can just play their specials right, they can push in here. There comes the Rainmaker, and the Gal is just trying to move up as much as possible. There goes the Zipcaster, trying to distract them, but the Stamper goes down there, and Lucas is trying to get whatever picks he can. Charger goes down, but they're still just keeping up the pain there, and the Trizuka comes in here and finishes off the Rainmaker, and that's going to be game 1 for Sorti.
Got to give credit for Sorti there at the end. They weren't panicking at all, even though they were getting pushed a lot, pressured a lot. They still kept their heads up. Popping that vacuum there was a really good play there. Maybe that, I think that was the deciding factor, honestly, was the fact they had that regular Charger with that vacuum in situations to where that Papaya would try to push, but then it just popped that vacuum and ultimately shut down any sort of pressure they had coming out right there.
And now Sorti able to take game 1, and if they can win this next game, it could be very good for them, and especially going into the upcoming brackets. Sorti looking strong, but Papaya, they still have a chance.
They indeed still have a chance as we do go to museum zones. I do expect to see their Charger maybe change to an E-Leader, but another E-Leader, just keep the regular Charger in general. Stamper also is very strong here on this map because of that Zipcaster and the sheer range. And I don't think people realize it, but like, you know, Stamper has more range than a Jet Sculpture. Like that to me is ridiculous. Like that is ultimately insane. No, that 70 damage is hitting you from anywhere on that map is very crucial. That's why you see a lot more teams running it. It's especially stronger now that Crab Tank nerf has come into play. So I expect to see Papaya keep that Stamper, and the Stamper really didn't get a chance to get going on that last game. That was also a key factor. Sorti and FaZe was able to shut down that Stamper very well.
And going into this next game, Papaya really has to be careful here with Zone Museum, a map where if you get locked out, you have that one flank route that you can use to your advantage, and if you're able to get a few picks off, it works, but it's also a very hard flank to really come off of. So it's a scary situation for Papaya to be in, and they really have to play their cards correctly if they want to take this to a game 3.
This map can go either two ways. Either this map would be a straight up easy win for one team, or this would be like the most back and forth set in existence, where any team is giving up any ground or constantly fighting for that zone. There is no in between. Either it's easy or it's going to be very, very, very hard. There is no in between for museum zones, and this is a very crucial set for Papaya. Match point is on the side or sort of in phase. We're going to dive right in and see the comms coming out here. Let's see that match point pop up right now.
And
yeah, there
he loves it. And Stormy loves it. He's gonna be
I love
watching
it.
this. He's gonna be watching. And now going into game 2 of set 3 of the group stage. We have some pretty solid comps, and we do see Sorti again running that double crab, resorting to that old meta strategy along with the T-Tech with the Tri-Strike. But right away, one of the splashes going down, and Papaya is able to get that first hit on the zone. We do see Kiwi on that Stamper, trying to get whatever coverage that they can.
We do see a big conscious come out on the side of Papaya. Luke getting off the 52, going to the machine, and then we see the what's it called? The Splash Neo come out here. And also there's an X-Splasher there on the side of Sorti in the face, looking to pick up more chick damage along with those crab tanks. But ultimately has been punished very severely for the course of this game. There are the Kiwi able to take out there with that Stamper there on that left side. It's being a very hindrance to the side of Sorti in the face. Sorti in the face not able to get control of that zone yet, but with the machine going down, it's good opportunity with the Inter coming in as well.
They lose control over that zone there. The T-Tech trying to get whatever picks that they can, but they're keeping that zone there. The Tri-Strike coming in there, trying to cap that zone. The T-Tech force them to take that fight, and they do win it with that splash down. Sorti's just trying to paint that zone, but Papaya is holding on strong. But there comes the cap, and Sorti is able to get that zone, and Papaya's not going to be getting an easy KO on them anytime soon.
That was such a crucial cap. They didn't get that cap. That could have been GG's right then and there. So they are able to send the game a little bit longer, giving that 50-point penalty as it is counting down right now. Crab tank at the ready here for one of the side, but it's getting pushed by Luke on the machine, able to get a double right there. Luke being very aggressive now, getting rid of that 52 and opting for a more meta pick being the machine, able to apply chain damage now. Look at this man stuck in the corner. What is he going to do? What is he going to do? He is forced to use that crab tank right then and there, saying, pop the crab tank. You're going to get no value from that special, nothing to use it on the zone at all. Luke doing what he can here with that boom at the ready and the bubbler at the ready. Just looking very good for the side of Papaya.
And with the penalty down and the splash going down here, this is going to be really hard for Sorti to push with. And the machine just painting that zone. The Tri-Strike not going to be able to do much. Stamper goes down. And there goes that X-Ball. And they're going to be throwing that Booyah Bomb right on that zone. And with 5 seconds left, the T-Tech go down there. And there comes a double from the machine. And Papaya is able to get that knockout. And we are going into a game 3.
What did I tell you? I'm never wrong about this stuff. I know what will be happening on these maps. There was no in between. Either one team gets destroyed, or it's going to be very back and forth. And then, as we can tell, one team definitely got destroyed, and that was Sorti in the face. Papaya with that comp change will pay off. Luke on that machine was massive for them. Was incredibly massive for them. Able to make them pop that one crab tank into that corner, insane. Ultimately making sure they get no fire out of that crab tank.
And now going into game 3, both teams have a lot on the line. And now both teams know that they can beat each other. And now it just comes down who will get the early cap, because on a map like Flounder, that's not Flounder, guys. That's Hammerhead.
That's Hammerhead.
That's Hammerhead.
You idiot.
Just like the machine and the slosher. On a map like Hammerhead, it's also really easy to get locked out, and as long as the other team is watching their flanks, it's really hard to push back in. So if a team gets knocked out here, it's gonna be really hard for them to come back from.
So Matt, you're illiterate and blind.
Shut up!
Pick a struggle. Pick a struggle, my boy. Come on now.
Many struggles. Struggles I'm saying.
I'll tell you what is a struggle. This map, once you get locked out, that is a struggle. That is pain. That is suffering here on a Hammerhead. If one team gets wiped, you can very well spell the end of the game very easily as well. Also, with this map update they made, they moved the clan basket over to the left side and made that pathway down a lot narrower, so that is not a route that you don't want to be pushing now, as you're pretty much forced to go to the top, and it's so easy to defend, and it can be very easy to get knocked out on it, but it's also easy to make counter pushes on as well. So we're going to see a lot of snowballing happen back and forth if one team chooses, or once again they can just straight up KO it, which is also very possible.
So they have to get ready for what's about to come, because this set means a lot for both of these teams. Both of them are 1-1 right now, and this game will determine if they can get to top cut.
Yeah, indeed. Well, I'm not sure what their records are. I have not been paying attention to what their records are. For all we know, they're both 1-1. Okay, yeah. So this would determine whether or not which team will go to top cut. Yes or no. Good to know you are paying attention. Good to know that you can pay attention. You're not, even though you're illiterate.
I'm not that bad. I have the bracket on my other screen. Alright, and going into that match point.
Yes.
Stop
I
it.
love it.
Stop it.
I love it. It's so good. It's such a nice feature. We need to see more of that in other places as well. But we see the comps coming out here. We see the crew switching over to that Z plus F charger. And then we see pretty much the same comp, the exact same comp coming out here for the side of Papaya, except they switched to the splash with that crab tank. Does make sense that you want to go for that here in Clan Blitz.
And really just strong picks at the start here. The crab coming out here. And we do see two specials on the ready for Papaya, and they have to be ready to defend with those. The machine goes down there, and the crab's getting popped, trying to provide cover for them, waiting for them to respawn there. The zip caster's gonna get taken out, though. And that's gonna be a Sorti to really start pushing in here, as they have the map in their favor, and they have that clan, they have Chancellor, and somehow they just barely live on to that burst, to the bomb. And now the junior on the side of Papaya, they do have the bubble ready, and they're gonna have to use it soon. But no, the machine's gonna get a pick. That's gonna somewhat hurt their push a lot more. And with 3 down, Papaya is kind of stumbling here, as now Sorti's able to get this push off, and they're gonna start throwing in clams. There comes that crab, and Luke is getting pushed back into that corner to that crab and the Zuka, and they're just trying to find the clams to really push in here, and they are able to get a few more in here, but we do see all the members of Papaya just trying to take them out there, and the splash is forced to back out here, and Papaya is able to save the push before real big damage was done.
And you can see what I was talking about earlier there. They were forced to that top left side, but fortunately for Papaya, they were not able to take advantage of that. We can see the Zipcaster bullying them. Ultimately going to push them back and deliver a little bit more chip damage there. Hopefully get a push going. But yeah, you can see what I'm talking about. None of the teams decided to take that narrow path on the defensive side because they know they're going to die. And so that's why they did it. That Booyah Bump is going to force them to take some space. Oh, but that Tri-Strike, that Tri-Zuka coming through, funding that pick on that power clamp, saying, not today, sir. Actually just denied him there, and they're going to be able to shut down that push. Nice shot there by Akio from that Tri-Zuka. Lottery special. He said lottery special. Nah, not a lottery special. It's consistent. He has been hitting that the entire set.
The Zuka able to stop Papaya's push, and this is going to be interesting to see how Papaya can really take this, because Sorti, now they're pushing up completely opposite of what Papaya was doing. Now they have to play defense, and we do see them just trying to get that pick through the machine going down there, but they do have 3 specials on the line for Papaya, and they're using them to defend. There goes that crab there, but it's going to really be hard for... Now it's going to be hard for Sorti to push in here. They have to back up here. Papaya is staying strong on the offense. They don't want to be pushing those defensive positions. And now that they're pushed up, they're 2 down on the side of Sorti. This is a chance for them to push there as the charger gets taken out there. Papaya has the chance there. Luca on the machine. They have the super clamp ready, but the bombs are being thrown. There comes that Booyah Bomb. And they're just trying to provide cover there. The shooter goes down. And this is a chance for them to push in here. But they can't seem to find the spot to move in.
They can't find a spot to move in because of the pressure coming in with those burst bombs coming in from both the splashes. But when the splashes go down through there, the last one right there is in that crab tank. It's going to get chased down and dead, and that's basically a complete wipe. But they don't have a lot of clams here, Matt. They don't have a lot of clams at their stick. They do find a way to pick up some, but would they be able to get into the basket and keep the push going? Yes, indeed they will, with that big bubble right there. So now especially coming in here, coming crashing, pressuring that top side with not a lot of space to move. This is the struggle that I was talking about before this game started. Where can they go to defend? Where can they go to really push in on this narrow pathway? It's just a small space to defend, and they're going to keep going in and keep dying. This push is not over yet. They're going to build more clams here and try to find a way to move up and force another knockout.
What a huge push. Sorti wasn't able to do this to the start of the game, and down to 2, and that is a KO. And Papaya quickly coming back from the game 1 that they lost, and they are going to be winning against Sorti. And that is going to be huge going in further. Papaya able to come back from those pushes was incredible. They did not want to stay on defense. They wanted to be on offense at every moment of this match, and that's exactly what they did. And Sorti was just not able to handle their pressure.
Well, it's exactly what I said before it started. That area, there's nowhere to go on the defensive side of things. Once they got white, and if you're unlucky, that's just what happens. To be straight up, and unfortunately, they got for the side of Sorti in the phase, they got the wrong side They got to the wrong. They got the bad side of the stick, unfortunately.
And now that is going to be the game, and it looks like we're going to be taking a little bit of a break before Top Cut starts. So we will see you guys soon for Top Cut.
Bye.
Splatoon Stronghold, a stronghold for competitive Splatoon, providing resources to long-timers and newcomers alike. If you're new to the competitive scene or still figuring out how to join, we have a getting started guide and plenty of other resources to help you in your journey. If you are a seasoned veteran, we still have plenty to offer. You can find and join tournaments as well as participate in our Captain Forum and find free agents and teams. Our mission is to make competitive Splatoon easily accessible to everyone. So what are you waiting for? Join the Splatoon Stronghold today!